welcome to the stage Lynn Shanahan.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 10th Annual Women for Women International Luncheon. I am especially honored to be opening the program today as I have the opportunity to express our collective excitement to have with us Pulitzer Prize-winning photojournalist Lindsay Addario, NBC Nightly News anchor Lester Holt, and Women for Women International CEO Lori Adams. Thank you for joining us to engage in one of the most pressing conversations of our time. It is a special time for me as I have been given the opportunity to share a personal thank you. 3 women who brought me into this amazing organization 11 years ago allowed me to chair with them the first Women for Women International Luncheon. They conceived of and brought to all of us for many of the 10 years the gift of content. Jewel Bickford, Barbara Perlmutter, and Sandy Meyer stood firm that we have an annual event that brings context and conversation about the most important global issues that surround the women we serve. The money we raise at this event goes directly to those women we serve in conflict-affected countries. Please stand and receive our thanks. Thank you, guys. Now, Barbara and Sandy have welcomed a few more of us in to the fold, so I'd like to recognize the women who have worked tirelessly to make today's event a success. My fellow Luncheon Committee members, we cannot thank you enough for your leadership and generosity. Please join them to stand: Dale Berger, Faria Abedin, and Linda Kay. My most favorite conversations are with our country directors. I am pleased to say that we have here today a friend of many already, Abdoulaye Touré, which we all know and love as Touré, Women for Women International Country Director for the Democratic Republic of Congo. We are lucky to have Abdoulaye, whose dedication and persistent hard work on the ground allows us to serve men and women in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Touré, I know many people want to see you today, so. Finally and importantly, I'd like to take a moment to thank one of Women for Women International's founders who is here today, Amjad Atallah. Will you please stand so we can recognize your constant dedication and to serving women in conflict. We have another 10-year partnership that we cherish. It is with the Bloomberg Philanthropies and Verna Eggleston. Verna, are you here? There you are. Women for Women International was founded on the belief that women are not victims of violence and war, but agents of change. Since 1993, we have served more than 479,000 women survivors of war in Afghanistan, Bosnia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kosovo, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Sudan, and the Kurdistan region of Iraq. We bring women together to learn life, business, and vocational skills. Once enrolled, each woman receives a monthly stipend, a vital support that enables women to participate in our transformational 12-month program. We help women at the most fundamental level. One of our program participants, Raja, her husband and 6 children were forced to flee the conflict within Iraq. Sadly, Raja's husband did not survive the journey. She told us, "I don't have a husband. I don't have extended family. How am I going to support my children?" With the outreach from Women for Women in the Kurdistan region of Iraq, Raja joined our program with a group of 25 women to learn together and to heal together from this vast trauma. This group of women have now become Raja's support network. She has friends through our vocational training and has learned how to sew. She shares a sewing machine with other women in the program in order to perform her income-producing work. But now she has a plan, a business plan, to one day buy a machine of her own. Raja still struggles to earn money and feed her children, but through Women for Women International's training, Raja will gain the skills and support needed to provide for her family. Our graduates increase their earnings per day by 86% by the end of our program. That kind of progress can change Raja's life and the women like her forever. Importantly, these women have the courage to take this first step. Women for Women International has been on the ground in these fragile and conflict-affected countries for decades. And year after year, we have found one thing in common amongst nearly the 500,000 women we have served, and that is courage. The transformational power of the Women for Women International program is best seen through our short video, which shows us how we can best serve these courageous women.
Courage, it's in the eyes of a survivor. Courage, it propels a quiet child born into a history of genocide to become a woman who finds her own voice. Courage, it's in the rhythm of a celebration for women who from this day forward hold the title graduate. It's in the heart, the very fiber of every woman we've served for the last 25 years. Courage is stronger than rape, more powerful than war, and when given the chance, it changes the world.
Women for Women International works with the most marginalized women in some of the worst places on earth to be a woman. Places where rape is used as a weapon of war and violence has ripped apart families and entire communities. When women feel they have nowhere else to turn, they turn to us.
Our program is transformational. In 12 months, working side by side with their new sisters, women start new businesses. They rebuild their homes. They realize the power of their own voices. And no matter where they're from or what they've been through, they have one thing in common: courage. It's what a woman has left when she's lost almost everything else. And now it's time to match her courage with some of our own.
I am thrilled to announce the launch of Women for Women International's boldest campaign yet, Match Her Courage. We are gathering people around the world to amplify the voices of women not heard, to ensure they are not forgotten. We intend to raise $75 million over 3 years to transform the lives of 50,000 of the world's most marginalized women. Together, we will have the resources to respond more quickly to the ever-rising tide of conflict. Together, we will continue to innovate so that our proven program will continue to grow in strength, efficiency, and impact.
This campaign is bold, but bold is the only way to honor the most courageous women on earth. Join us. It's time to match her courage.
We at Women for Women International look forward to the day when we don't have to turn any woman away. We look to serve more women in additional areas of conflict around the world. As unrest grows, sadly, the need for what we do increases. We are the best to respond to this ever-rising tide of conflict. It's in our DNA. We tailor our response to what is needed. We cannot do this vital work without help. You can help us serve more women like those shown in the video, whose courage inspires us into action. It is important that we at Women for Women International give you the most up-to-date information that is critically relevant to what is happening in these challenged areas. That is why, instead of honoring ourselves, we honor the women we serve by having important guests like Lindsay and Lester to talk about these pressing issues impacting their lives. We ask you to consider a pledge today. There are pledge cards at each one of your places, and we have really wonderful staff who I also want to thank you for helping with the luncheon today at the back to assist you in any way you may need. Help us build a better, safer, and more equal world for women and their families. Please enjoy your lunch, and we'll look forward to seeing Lindsay's presentation and the conversation with Lindsay, Lester, and Lori.